You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 a.m. IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
Where the pros talk sports in Riverside and San Bernardino. Fox Sports 1350. KTDD San Bernardino. An iHeartRadio station.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Oh, yes, indeed. Very good morning. It is IE Sportsnet. IE Sportsnet right here live on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 a.m. I am Eternal.
And this is the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops right here. I am excited, Eternal.
Oh, man, it's going down right here, man. Beautiful Saturday morning. We had Friday Night Lights on steroids last night, baby boy.
I don't know if we want to say that, but we had we had Friday Night Lights with the kids getting excited out there, man.
I mean, you know, when I say on steroids, because it was really exciting.
There you go.
We went to, we had the big game of the week last night.
Yes, we did. Indeed.
Covered that, and a lot of big scores we got to get into, man. So I mean, if you guys want football scores for Inland Empire Sports, you guys tuned into the right show.
What do you want to do first, man? Should we let's build up to the game of the week? Let's do that.
Let's hop right into it, man. So let's go.
Let's go with number 5 first.
Number 5, man. We've been talking about these boys. Norco, the Cougars.
Right.
You know, right there, man, they came up big, had a huge game. Like you said, they did a little something to Etiwanda last week.
Right.
And so they came in with some momentum. Big game against Rancho Cucamonga. Tell us who won.
I can't say what they did to Etiwanda last week. My daughter's already.
I'm about to say, we already had to edit and some stuff. Already.
My daughter, the sophomore at Etiwanda, said, "Dad, come on now.
Right.
Be respectful.
Right.
It's not Downey High we're talking about." But Norco, no one really. They haven't really been on the radar.
Exactly.
We talked about the quarterback,
right?
Viramontes.
Yes, Victor Viramontes, and apparently they don't just have him on the squad. They look like they got a pretty team that's game ready to go.
They got some players. So last night, Rancho Cucamonga came into Norco, and it was a tight little game.
Yes, sir.
29-26. Now Norco, I don't know what it is. They just want to beat up on the baseline teams.
Yeah, they're not playing. They said line them up.
Exactly.
And we'll knock them down.
There you go.
And that's what they did last night. So big up to the Norco Cougars, man. They're out there still winning, man.
Because we talked about it in the Big 8. Everyone talks about Centennial.
Exactly.
But Norco is a team. That's their natural rival.
And one of our game of the week later in the season will be that big game with Centennial and Norco.
That's going to be a big one.
We'll be on the field.
Number 5, friend of the show. Been on the show with us twice. Coach Brewitt.
Coach OG, quadruple
CIF
OG
state champion.
State champion, flossed the ring, came in there, showed everybody, he had everybody kissing the pinky ring. But again, they had a big game. Again, we're talking about Redlands East Valley. Had a big game against Shamadan, man. And again, these are
big win.
Big win. And that's a huge school, and they beat them 51-42. So big up to Rev, man. Still out there, showing off, making the IE look good.
And our guys out there in the Murrieta Valley, Vista Murrieta, up to their old game. And once again, in the IE Sportsnet poll, go to IESportsnet.com.
Indeed.
Number 5 team was Norco last week. The poll hasn't been updated.
Yep.
Number 4 was Rev. Number 3 in the IESportsnet.com top 20 poll. Vista Murrieta. They didn't show no hospitality. Had these boys coming in from Seattle.
Yeah, how you gonna fly in from Seattle
and showed them the big L
and took the big old fat L? Beat them boys pretty bad. Matter of fact, I don't know if I shook hands after you beat me 71-32. We'd have been slapboxing out there in the parking lot a little bit.
After you done had that long flight, think about when you're going back home.
Long flight. I done took the Southwest flight eating peanuts. They don't serve food no more.
Absolutely.
You're up there chewing on peanuts and get slapped around 71-32.
Once again, you listen to IE Sports Day with Coach B and the Turtle on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. We talked about number 2 was Rancho Cucamonga in the IE Sportsnet poll. And our number 1 guys, JJ Dynamite Taylor and the receiver Javon McKinley. And again, that Centennial defense too is really starting to stand out there. They got the big game tonight. Right, absolutely. They're playing in the Honor Bowl down in San Diego, which is going to be a good game. As a matter of fact, we need to get some updates on Colony because Colony played last night. Right. Oh yeah, that. You read about that. So they had a big game. Big shout out to Colony, man. Ontario Absolutely, Colony. Man. But again, Centennial, a huge game. We've had reporters on, and big up to Kyle Glazer. He was on the show last week, and he talked candidly. From the Press Enterprise. Press Enterprise. Big up to Kyle Glazer, man, friend of the show. And
he talked candidly about how big this game is tonight. Again, that's going to be Centennial, Corona Centennial, the Huskies. Playing against Sarah tonight.
Yeah, it's a rematch from last year. Centennial, they got Centennial last year, correct?
I do believe so.
Centennial started off 0-2 last year.
I think so.
And went on, and then that's what we talked about. I said, dude, are they ready for the Pac-5?
Hey, look, and they went on a mission and showed up.
And you said you've seen reports and you've read. They're saying that McKinney is probably the best receiver in state.
No. In the nation.
In the nation. Wow.
Wow. They said the state is a done deal. And and if you guys get a chance, you guys check out our Twitter handle. That's at IESportsNet. We have a real nice little Vine video of my man Javon McKinley just doing somebody this
beast mode.
I'm talking about just stiff arm that boy. I mean, if I was that boy's daddy, I'd have came down and tackled him myself. Ain't nobody gonna do my son like that.
The funny thing about we're talking about Centennial, and you're talking about the best Centennial, the best receiver in the nation.
Yeah, in the nation. So that lets you know. And then like I said, then you got Dynamite.
Exactly. JJ, he just committed to Arizona, I believe.
Yeah, so big up to Jay.
And our game of the week. I know we're pressed against time, but
Indeed.
our game, it's a flex schedule. Well, it's only 30 minutes today. But
exactly, yeah. So big up to Fox, though. Those are our folks. But yeah, again, big game last night. Game of the week last night. The fight for the 15.
Right.
Myself, Coach B, we're at the live on the sidelines, man. Getting it in. Etiwanda versus Summit. Mm-hmm. Huge game. Big
the lights out game last year.
Yeah, again, another big rivalry game. What's my man number 11? We interviewed him.
Number 11, Alloway.
Wow.
Yeah,
Holloway.
Yes. It's funny, when I was talking to him, I was like, man, you know where you're going to go? UCLA guy was standing right on the sideline.
Oh, already,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like, hey, stay away from my boy.
Exactly. You SC lover,
yeah.
Homer.
Again, but, our guy, a big game, though, shout out to our guy Carr.
Oh, the USC Trojan commit.
My goodness. That boy.
Stephen Carr?
Did he show up last night?
Absolutely. And shout outs to, this is one thing, it's a small world.
Yeah.
One of my friends that I worked with years ago, Kenya Lacefield, found out that is her nephew.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a small world. So she hit me up and said,
that's my nephew. He's like, that's my auntie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And But shout out to my man, Big Kate Sparks. But that boy was throwing that pigskin around, boy, like it wasn't no problem last night.
I got to stand up for my quarterback, Andrew.
Yeah, and Andrew, tough kid. I mean, wow, I don't know if tough kid. He took a beating last night.
Yeah.
But again, big up to Andrew though. He's a team leader. He stood up, and again, he's a gamer. I want to give a big shout out to Andrew Kalansky. I mean, because he played big last night.
And if you want to see pictures of the trophy, the great trophy,
nice trophy.
You want to see pictures from the game, go to our Twitter. Go to our Instagram, both
Indeed.
at IESportsNet. We have all kind of pictures from our social media was on fire last night.
Oh yes, it was, man. It's going down. Big shout out, man. We got as always, man, a fixture out here with IESportsNet. My man, Big Greg Holland is in the house.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Greg Holland and my man.
Listen to him on 99.1.
Yeah, 99.1. He's at nighttime, man. He's the guy. And then we also got my man Punch in the house. Big shout out to my mans in there.
And I know we got a short schedule, so let's go ahead and step out.
Yes, sir.
Coming up on the show, we got the head basketball coach from Centennial calling in. As well as the head football coach from Damien calling.
Exactly, yeah, man. We had, again, a shout out to Damien because they came to our IE Sportsnet Classic 7-on-7.
Absolutely. So you're listening to IE Sportsnet with the one and only Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
What's up? This is TJ Ward from the Denver Broncos. You're now tuning to IE Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Data knows you post selfies like they're going out of style. Data knows you've got no selfie control. Lucky for you, for just $35 a month, you can get unlimited talk, text, and more data than ever. So keep snapping and sharing. Boost Mobile cut the price and cranked the data. So stop spending a ton of money on a little data and start getting more data for less. Come to Boost Mobile and come to data. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com for details.
$35 plan includes 1 gigabyte a month of high-speed data. Video streaming limited to 3G speeds. After applicable data allotment reached, data speeds including video reduced to 2G speeds for remainder of plan cycle. International services extra. Offer and coverage not available everywhere and subject to change. State and local sales taxes/fees may apply when adding funds to accounts. Offer network use rules and other restrictions apply. See boostmobile.com or in-store materials for details.
Attention structured settlement recipients. Are you receiving future payments from a settled lawsuit? Do you receive annuity payments spread out over a long period of time? If you are receiving a structured settlement and want a lump sum payment, call CBC Settlement Funding now. If you qualify, you could be eligible for an immediate $1,000 fast-track advance. Get cash today to pay off credit card debt, buy a car, start a business, or make home improvements. Stop waiting for your money. Receive all or just a portion of your settlement today. Structured settlements are designed to spread out payments over 10 or 20 years. If you are receiving a structured settlement paid out over time, call to receive your personalized options and be sure to ask about a $1,000 fast-track advance. Get the money you deserve today.
Call CBC Settlement Funding now to discuss your free no-obligation quote at 1-800-648-4504, 1-800-648-4504. Again, that's 1-800-648-4504.
Did you know home appliance and major system breakdowns cost homeowners an average of $1,700 per year in repairs and replacements?
American Residential Warranty can help cover those costs with home service plans starting at less than $1 a day.
Plan options include coverage for central air, heat, and ductwork,
interior electrical systems and plumbing,
major kitchen appliances,
water heaters,
washers and dryers,
garage door openers,
ceiling fans, and more.
Even pools and spas.
American Residential Warranty replaced my dishwasher with a brand new one, and I only paid a small service fee.
I woke up on a Saturday morning, there was no hot water in the shower. So I called American Residential Warranty. They sent a repairman to fix the problem the same day.
Call now. There's no obligation. But hurry, if you wait until you need a home service repair,
it'll be too late.
Call now to get your home warranty. 1-800-969-0885. That's 1-800-969-0885.
Attention! The FDA has associated Depakote and Paxil with serious birth defects. If you took one of these drugs while pregnant and your child was born with a birth defect, the manufacturer may be to blame. If you took Depakote or Paxil and your child was born with anal atresia, cleft palate, clubfoot, cranial defects, heart defects, gastroschisis, omphalocele, PPHN, spina bifida, or other limb defect, call the Rely On Group. You and your child may be entitled to a significant cash award.
Call the Rely On Group right now and you'll be connected to an experienced attorney who will evaluate your case and determine if you may qualify for financial compensation. There is no risk on your part and you don't owe a penny unless we are successful.
If you took Depakote or Paxil while pregnant and your child was born with a birth defect,
call the Rely On Group at 800-219-6552. That's 800-219-6552.
Fans, when it comes to high school sports, nobody covers the Inland Empire like the Inland Valley Daily Bulletin and San Bernardino Sun. In print, online, on your smartphone and tablet, they've got you covered with complete scores and highlights, photos, videos, and expert commentary. Go online now and check out their all-area preseason football picks. And look for their annual Prep Extra magazines previewing the entire upcoming season on August 26th. It's all part of the unbeatable coverage you'll find in the Sun and Daily Bulletin, where local prep legends come to life.
Los Angeles Lakers.
This is Xavier Henry from the LA Lakers. You're listening to IE Sports Net.
Oh, yes, we are back. Beautiful Saturday morning. IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com. Eternal in the house.
On the one and only Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. You know when it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops right here.
Indeed, my brother, indeed. How you doing today, Coach B?
I'm doing good, man. I'll tell you this right now, man. There's no better way I'd rather spend my Saturday mornings than with the one and only Eternal.
Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, man, look. Great. It's always great to be here. We in the house with my man, Greg Hollis in the house. Also, we got my man Punch live in the house. Right here live at the Fox Sports Radio studios, the iHeart Radio studios, man. It's going down. We're talking some college football, man.
Yeah, we're still waiting for I know we were having some technical difficulties with the phone. We're waiting for head coach of Damien to give us a call in. I know Saturday's a little busy for him. He's usually out. He has a coaches meeting and whatnot.
Right.
But if we're going to talk college football, man, can I get a request before we do something?
Go ahead, man.
Can I ask Damien? I'm sorry, not Damien. Can I ask Mr. Greg Holler for the correct theme music? And he knows what music I'm talking about. There we go. So he knows absolutely. Not that I'm a homer. Not that I have love for this team that you can only imagine.
Oh my goodness.
My boys from Troy.
Yeah, indeed.
Tonight.
Well, first thing first. Let's talk about your coach with the drunken stupor.
That's not important.
Okay.
That's not important. What's important, what keeps your college job is wins and losses. You know, so last year he went 9-4. This year we're looking better. We have Cody Kessler, who is a legitimate Heisman Trophy contender.
And then we have coming in Juju,
the one and only.
You know, you better be nice with a name like Juju. You better be like an all-star football player with a name like Juju.
Yes.
But you know what? He is the real deal.
Don't forget Odori Jackson.
Odori Jack.
From Vista Marietta, the one and only number 21, Sua Cravens.
Sue.
And from Corona Centennial, Vianney. Can't forget about Vianney. I mean, but we do have some losses. We do have some losses at SC. Some of the losses we got is Leonard Williams.
Leonard Williams, man. The big cat, that's what they call him, man. And he's over at the Jets now.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I think he got hurt, if I'm not mistaken, but wow. That guy's the real deal.
Now, Brian II is pretty upset about that, the fact that Leonard left. But I think we have our coach. I think, is that coach on there from the one and only Damien High School?
This is Damien.
There we go.
All right.
Thank you so much for calling in, Coach. First of all, I know that this is IE Sportsnet, Fox Sports Radio 1350. I know that you have a busy schedule. You have your coaches meeting, and you have all the things going on. So, Coach, thank you so much for calling in.
No problem.
Hey, Coach, if you could please do us the courtesy, man, of introducing yourself to the IE Sportsnet audience, please.
My name is Mark Paredes, Damien High School.
Man, I certainly appreciate that. Hey, Coach, you know, we had a chance to see your team in action this summer at the IE Sportsnet 7-on-7 Passing League Tournament. You know, the kids look good. What were the improvements that you guys have worked on since then?
Well, I think we've just gotten sharper as far as our pass offense is concerned. We've worked really hard in making sure that we get our depth of our routes down, and our quarterback is who's only a sophomore, is just doing a great job at getting the ball to people, and I mean, he did a great job last night. I don't know his exact stats, but he's going to be a good one and time to come.
Okay.
And then last season, Coach, was your first year moving over to the baseline. Last year, your team had a rough season. What are your expectations for this year over in the baseline league?
Well, you know, last year we did have a rough year. We started against a very good Upland football team, and it kind of set the tempo for the rest of the season. This year, I think we're prepared, and I think that being in the league for that 1 year, I think our kids' expectations have gotten much higher, and I think we'll have a better performance.
I heard that, Coach. Hey, Coach, real quick, in terms of your team, what are some of the players at Damien that we should be keeping our eyes on? Is there any D1 offers out there that we should be talking about?
Obviously, yes. Obviously, we have a great running back in Dylan Thigpen. He ran for about 200 yards last night.
Wow.
A couple of touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. We have left tackle Liam Ryan, who's also gotten many offers. He's a 6'7", 6'6" kid.
Wow.
I mean, he's mean, and he's a great body to run behind. On defense, we have Cameron Record, a corner who's a 3-year varsity starter.
Nice.
He's a great player, and then of course our linebacker Nick Provenzano. He's kind of the team captain of that defense. Him and Cameron, and they just do a great job together.
And that's great. That's great information, Coach. Now we've watched the baseline league for years. Many people consider that by far hands above. It's the best league Inland Valley, and some people have said it's one of the best leagues within the state. What do you think about some of the players in the league that not just Damien, but what are some of the best players that you think are in the league that we should be looking out for?
Well, they obviously, they're big schools, so they're going to have players.
Oh yeah.
I know that running back over at Upland's an outstanding kid. I don't believe he played last week, but all in all, names. I'm not sure the names, but I think they're great players in the baseline league.
Absolutely, Coach. And I know. And I know we're a little pressed on time because we got a little bit of a late start. We have a short show this week. But Coach, what we have to do is we have to get you in studio. I know last night you guys played against Roosevelt,
Right.
so we look forward to having you in studio and definitely doing this again, Coach.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so
I'd
much
be
for
glad
giving
to do it. Okay,
Absolutely,
thank you.
we know you have we have your coaches meeting, so
Exactly.
we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break.
And again, Coach, thank you so much for calling in, man. So
Thank you very much.
Thank
keep
you.
it rolling.
You're listening to IE Sports Net with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
With the LA Lakers. You listen to IE Sports Net.
Data knows you post selfies like they're going out of style. Data knows you've got no selfie control. Lucky for you, for just $35 a month, you can get unlimited talk, text, and more data than ever. So keep snapping and sharing. Boost Mobile cut the price and cranked the data. So stop spending a ton of money on a little data and start getting more data for less. Come to Boost Mobile and come to data. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store at boostmobile.com for details.
$35 plan includes 1 gigabyte a month of high-speed data. Video streaming limited to 3G speeds. After applicable data allotment reached, data speeds including video reduced to 2G speeds for remainder of plan cycle. International services extra. Offer and coverage not available everywhere and subject to change. State and local sales taxes/fees may apply when adding funds to accounts. Offer network use rules and other restrictions apply. See boostmobile.com or in-store materials for details.
Attention, structured settlement recipients. Are you receiving future payments from a settled lawsuit? Do you receive annuity payments spread out over a long period of time? If you are receiving a structured settlement and want a lump sum payment, call CBC Settlement Funding now. If you qualify, you could be eligible for an immediate $1,000 fast-track advance. Get cash today to pay off credit card debt, buy a car, start a business, or make home improvements. Stop waiting for your money. Receive all or just a portion of your settlement today. Structured settlements are designed to spread out payments over 10 or 20 years. If you are receiving a structured settlement paid out over time, call to receive your personalized options and be sure to ask about a $1,000 fast-track advance. Get the money you deserve today.
Call CBC Settlement Funding now to discuss your free no-obligation quote at 1-800-648-4504, 1-800-648-4504. Again, that's 1-800-648-4504.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Yes, we are live. It is IE Sportsnet, IESportsNet.com, right here live on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. This is Eternal.
And the one and only Coach B. You know the conversation starts and stops right here on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. Pretty excited about this. Now, I know we're deep in the thick of football season. Football season just started.
Right.
But we have Coach Giles. He's the head basketball coach of the Corona Centennial, and he's calling in on the Boost Mobile Be Heard Celebrity Hotline.
Hey, Coach, man, appreciate you calling in, sir.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
Fantastic. Hey, Coach, we're going to hop right into it, Coach. Now, last season, you had a tough loss in the CIF regional playoffs against Lorenzo Ball and Chino Hills. And then 2 years ago, you actually won a CIF title against that same Chino Hills team. How are you feeling right now about this upcoming season? And are we looking for another matchup between yourself and Chino Hills in the CIF playoffs?
Well, if we can match up with Chino Hills in the CIF playoffs, we're going to be doing pretty good because we saw them during the summer. We played against a lot of the top high schools during the summer, and I think Chino Hills is definitely at the top. They've got everybody coming back. They're really good, and we've played them 3 times here in the last 2 years, and every single game has been really close. It's been hard fought back and forth, so it's turning into a nice little rivalry.
I heard that, Coach. Hey, now, when you think about Corona Centennial, again, you think football, of course. Has your success in the last few years changed some minds, and are people now looking at Centennial as a basketball school now?
I sure hope so. I mean, if we can, I've told a lot of people that have asked me similar questions to that. If we could be, mentioned in the same breath as what Coach Logan and our football team has done, then we're doing something right.
I heard that, yeah.
So if we're just in that same category, then we're doing stuff right. We're being successful. But yeah, I mean now, over the last couple of years, we've had a lot of games on TV. We've played in a lot of big games and stuff like that. So hopefully we're trying. We're still in the beginning stages of hopefully getting on their level. I mean, you win 9 CIF championships. Those are big shoes to fill. And, that's a huge shadow that he casts, and rightfully so. But he's such, the football staff and Coach Logan, they're such good people, and I've had a good relationship with him now for so long. I consider him a friend, and
nice.
We root for each other. So just if we can get in that same breath, that'd be great.
That's good.
Absolutely. And once again, we have Coach Giles, head basketball coach of Corona Centennial. He's calling in on the Boost Mobile Be Heard Celebrity Hotline, once again on IE Sports Net here on Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. Now, Coach, you've had a number of breakout players in your program. Who are some of the players on your team this year that you can't wait to see get out there in action for the Huskies?
Well, we have 2 players that have already committed to UCLA.
Nice.
And they're going to be, obviously headliners because of the UCLA commitment. And that's we have a senior, Ike Inibogu. He's about 6'10", 250. And
wow.
He is a specimen. He dunks everything. So he's really started to figure some stuff out, and his work ethic has just gone to a different level. So we're really excited about him. And then we have Jalen Hill, who's going to be a junior. He's also 6'10", committed to UCLA.
Nice.
He won a gold medal this summer with the USA National 15 and under team. So, those 2 guys, obviously, with the UCLA commitment are kind of focal points. And then we have Jordan Griffin, who's a senior. And in my opinion, Jordan Griffin, and of course I'm biased, I think he's the best shooter in Southern California.
Wow.
He's got probably about 15 to 16 Division I offers. He'll probably, Ike is going to sign early with UCLA. Jordan will sign early here as well. He just hasn't decided who yet.
Yeah.
So we have, we lost a lot. We lost 3 pretty good starters. We had 3 4-year starters that graduated. So now it's about, replacing those guys. Some of these younger guys that were on the team last year stepping up, and they've got to fill big roles.
And that's good stuff. And I apologize, Coach, but our engineer ran this music for UCLA, and it kind of like upset my stomach. I'm a USC homer, but that's okay. But we're pressed against time. 30 seconds. One thing that I love about basketball, unlike a lot of the football programs, is you guys playing a lot of great tournaments. I mean, we've been out to the Max Prep tournament, great tournament out in Palm Springs. Any preseason tournaments you guys are doing? I mean, they have tournaments in Hawaii and New York. Any preseason tournaments that we'll see Centennial in this year in basketball?
Yes, we have one after Christmas down at Torrey Pines, and then in the middle of December we play in Bishop Gorman's tournament. But for us, the biggest one is we're hosting a tournament November 30th through December 5th, and we've got Tino Hills, Etowanda, Cathedral, Foothill Christian with that TJ Leaf kid. So, I mean, we've got 8 top Southern California teams are coming. Windward, and they have, Windward has Shaquille O'Neal's son on the team. So we're hosting that tournament at the beginning of the year. For us, that's a big one because we've been able to get all the top Southern California teams, or a lot of them, out to Centennial, out to the Inland Empire to compete.
And that's good stuff, Coach. We're going to go ahead and go. But now I know where I'm going to be from November 30th to December 5th. So
we'll be there.
We'll be out there,
right,
Coach.
You guys are in.
So thank you so much for calling into IE Sportsnet, and it's time for us to rock and roll.
Again, man, it's IE Sportsnet, man, right here live on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
This is the one and only Coach B.
And Eternal.
From IE Sportsnet, heard right here on Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Now, let's talk fantasy sports for a minute. FanDuel one-week games are almost here.
FanDuel is the leader in one-week fantasy football with more winners and more payouts than any other site.
They're paying over $75 million a week this season.
Salary cap format. Pick any players you want for just 1 week.
Entry fees are starting at just $1, and anyone can play.
Man, that is a good hookup. Go to FanDuel.com, click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner, use our code, IESportsNet, sign up now.
Special offers for new users. For every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200, and that gets earned as you pay. That's a bonus of up to $200, and it's only good for the first 50 players. Go to IESportsNet in the upper right corner on FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com. Sign up today.